making a very iconic dish today, chicken butter masala. I'm sure everyone knows the name, chicken tikka masala, butter chicken, various names, but it's probably the most popular Indian dish outside of India and of course within India too. So let's get started. So I have my chicken over here that has been marinated in some salt, red chili powder and lemon juice for about an hour, and that's stage 1 of the marinade. We're going to do the second stage of the marinade now, and for that I need some hung curd, which is just thick or Greek yogurt, whichever you want, that also works. And I have some ginger garlic paste over here. I'm going to use about half of that now, and the other half goes into my gravy a little later. Some more red chili powder. This is Kashmiri red chili powder, so more than heat, it's for color. And some garam masala. So I'll add 1 spoon of that, some haldi or turmeric. Again, about 1 teaspoon of that should do it. And you want to give this a nice stir so that it's all comes together. Now this is a marinade that needs to sit for at least 4 to 5 hours and longer. You can keep it overnight if you want, but do it for at least 4 to 5 hours. And I'm going to put this away. We're going to come back and get to the next step of the dish. Okay, our chicken has been marinating now for about 5 hours. We'll take it out. Okay, that's looking good. And ideally you want to cook this in a tandoor or a sigri, but we don't have that. So we're going to put it in the oven. So I have here a baking sheet and with some foil on it, and I have also coated with a little bit of oil, as you can see. So I'll just place my chicken. I have my oven that's preheated to about 200 degrees, and this will take 15 minutes in the oven. Okay, our chicken is in the oven cooking off, and in the meantime I'm going to get started on the sauce like I said. So for that I have some oil in my pot, and that's hot already. I'll throw in some onions, and I'm also going to add a few whole spices. So this is bay leaf over here. I'm just going to toss it in whole, and then I have also some cardamom, some cinnamon, and just a few cloves, 4 or 5 should do it. We want these onions to sweat, and that's going to take a minute or two. Okay, so my onions have sweat now enough. I'm going to add cashews next to it. Some people add the cashews later. I like to add it now because it roasts well and that nice toasty flavor gets incorporated into the sauce. I'm going to add, I told you earlier I had some extra garlic and ginger paste. I'm going to add the rest of that too now to it. You want to make sure you cook this till the raw smell of the ginger garlic goes away. That should take no more than a minute or so. And then I need to add my tomatoes to it, again roughly chopped. So I have the tomatoes. Now I'm also going to add a little bit of garam masala. 1 teaspoon of that should do it. And some more Kashmiri red chili. Give that a bit of a stir. And we're going to let all of this cook for 10 to 15 minutes till the tomatoes have reduced down to a pulp. Okay, you can see the onions and tomatoes are getting there. My tomatoes are about to get pulpy, but not quite there. We're about halfway there. So at this stage, I want to add some butter. I mean, it is butter chicken. You can see I have a lot more butter here. That goes in later. I'm also going to add the tomato puree. And we also want to add some salt at this stage. About a spoon. And let that sit for about, like I said, 7-8 minutes. And we'll be back. Okay, our sauce is done. You can see those tomatoes have nicely reduced down. So I'm going to take this off heat, and this now goes in a blender and give it a smooth blend. Before we do that though, we're going to take out our bay leaf on tej patta. So we're back and our chicken is done. This has been in the oven. I turned it around about halfway, and what happens when you do that is a lot of water comes out and beautiful juices. We preserve that, so I drained that out about halfway and then finished it off to make sure the chicken is dry. We're going to use this in our gravy as well. In the meantime, I've also blended off my sauce, as you can see. And to get a silky consistency, what you want to do is run it through a sieve and strain it out. So all we have left is a smooth, silky sauce. Now we have got a nice, silky, smooth consistency, and what's left in here is most of the masala and the solids that we don't want. So we're going to put that away, and we will add that back to our same pan and let that cook off. The heat's on. We will add some cream at this stage to it. That's fresh cream. Now folks, when you see it in a restaurant, you see a nice orange color. That's because they add food coloring. I'm not doing that today. I just want a natural flavor, so I'm going to leave it as it is. I'll add a bit of the kasuri methi, and I'm also going to add some more red chili powder. We're going to add those juices I talked to you about from the chicken. That's got a lot of flavor in it. So we just add that in this entirety to the sauce. So I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to add my chicken to it, and the butter chicken should be done. And that's bubbling, so we're going to add our chicken to it. So we'll lift it off the pan and drop it in there. Now to this I'm going to add the rest of my butter. There's not too much butter in butter chicken ever. And a little more cream. Just a little more. I'm going to let that boil for just a minute and we'll clear it up. Look at this gorgeous piece of chicken. We'll get some in here. We'll top this off with some fresh cream. Okay, and maybe a bit more of the kasuri methi with some color on top. And that's our plate. We have some butter chicken. We have onions a couple different ways and some butter garlic naan. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and I'll see you next time.